There's a saying I truly appreciate. Strength isn't something you can simply see when you look at someone. Real strength isn't determined by what's visible on the surface. It runs deeper. It reveals itself in how you handle challenges, how you rise after every setback, and how you refuse to let life's difficulties bring you down. There are times when you might feel like you're barely making it through the day, just going through the motions. But what you may not realize is that even in those moments, you're displaying remarkable strength. This kind of strength doesn't come from lifting weights or putting on a brave face. It's built through persistence, resilience, and the quiet determination to keep pushing forward, even when no one is watching. In today's video, we'll dive into 7 signs of inner strength, inspired by Stoic philosophy. These aren't flashy traits, but rather essential life skills that define what it truly means to be strong. More importantly, we'll explore how to apply these Stoic lessons in your daily life to cultivate inner peace and lasting balance. If this message resonates with you, consider sharing it with someone who might need a reminder of their own quiet power, whether it's a friend, a loved one, or even a colleague. A small gesture like that could have a meaningful impact. So are you ready to recognize and embrace the strength within yourself? Let's get started. 1. Emotional control picture. You've spent weeks preparing for a crucial project. Everything seems to be on track, and then suddenly, something goes wrong. Or maybe, out of nowhere, someone you trust criticizes you unfairly. How would you react? Most people let their emotions take over. Anger, frustration, or even despair can set in. It's natural, isn't it? But reacting in the heat of the moment often leads to regret. Let me share a story about my boss. He's not just a leader, he's a master of emotional control. I've seen him navigate moments of intense pressure with an almost unshakable calm. When one of our projects faced an unexpected setback, panic spread among the team. Some blamed circumstances, others pointed fingers. But he stayed composed. Instead of reacting emotionally, he asked questions, focused on solutions, and guided the team with clarity and purpose. It's not that he didn't feel the pressure, he simply chose not to let it control him. True emotional control isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about mastering them. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not external events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Emotional control is about directing your focus toward what you can change and letting go of what you can't. It's the calm in the storm, the strength that turns chaos into clarity. Think about it. How many times have you spoken in anger and later wished you could take back your words? How often have emotions led you to decisions you later regretted? Unchecked emotions can mislead us. The Stoics understood this well. Seneca once wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." To truly live freely, you must guide your emotions with reason rather than be ruled by them. Building emotional control starts with small, intentional actions. The next time frustration or anger rises, pause. Take a deep breath. Give yourself space to think. This brief moment of stillness is powerful. It allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Then ask yourself a simple question. Is this within my control? The Stoics emphasized focusing only on what you can influence. If the answer is no, let it go. If it's yes, shift your energy towards solving the problem instead of fueling the emotion. Reflection is another key practice. At the end of each day, take a moment to think about situations where your emotions got the better of you. What triggered them? How could you have handled them differently? Over time, this practice builds awareness and resilience. Perspective is just as important. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, will this still matter a year from now? What seems overwhelming in the moment often becomes insignificant in hindsight. Shifting your perspective can lighten the emotional burden of temporary setbacks. Emotional control doesn't mean being detached or emotionless. It means understanding your feelings, choosing your responses wisely, and remaining steady even in uncertainty. It's a practice, a commitment to responding with intention rather than impulse. And as you strengthen this ability, you'll find that life's challenges become less intimidating and more like opportunities for growth. True strength isn't about feeling nothing. It's about guiding your emotions with wisdom. Step by step, you build mastery. 2. Taking responsibility. A sign of real strength is taking full responsibility for your actions. Imagine this. You've promised a colleague that you'll complete part of a report by the weekend. The days fly by, and with other pressing tasks, you miss the deadline. What do? Many people would be tempted to make excuses, blaming a heavy workload, unforeseen circumstances, or even other people. But true responsibility means acknowledging your mistake without hesitation. You own up to it, apologize, and take action to fix it. At first glance, this might seem like a small act, but it speaks volumes about your character. Responsibility isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about owning them and learning from them. Taking responsibility is not about avoiding mistakes. It's about facing them with honesty and integrity. When you accept full ownership of your actions, you develop a mindset of growth. Instead of blaming external factors, you recognize that your choices shape your outcomes. The Stoics believed that personal responsibility is essential to a strong and virtuous life. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you embrace this idea, you shift from a victim mentality to one of control and agency. Owning your actions also builds trust. People respect those who can admit their faults and take action to make things right. When you make a mistake, resist the urge to justify or deflect. Instead, acknowledge it, learn from it, and commit to improvement. A powerful way to practice responsibility is through self-reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I take full responsibility for my actions today? If not, how can I do better tomorrow? This small habit reinforces accountability and keeps you on a path of growth. Ultimately, strength is not about perfection. It's about owning your journey, learning from missteps, and continuously striving to be better. 3. Embracing discomfort. True strength is developed in discomfort. It's easy to stay within your comfort zone, avoiding challenges and difficult situations. But growth happens when you push yourself beyond what feels safe and familiar. The Stoics believed in voluntary discomfort, practicing hardship to build resilience. Seneca advised, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself all the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" By exposing yourself to discomfort in small, controlled ways, you prepare for life's inevitable hardships. This could mean taking cold showers, fasting, or doing tasks that intimidate you. Each time you face discomfort willingly, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think. When challenges arise, instead of resisting them, welcome them as opportunities to build resilience. Every difficult situation is a chance to practice patience, discipline, and perseverance. Over time, this mindset transforms discomfort into a tool for personal growth. 4th, letting go of external validation. Another sign of inner strength is not relying on others for validation. Many people seek approval from friends, family, or society to feel worthy. But true confidence comes from within. It's not dependent on praise or recognition. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own. When you stop seeking validation from others, you gain freedom. You no longer need to prove yourself or conform to external expectations. This doesn't mean ignoring feedback. It means distinguishing between constructive criticism and the need for approval. When you trust yourself and your values, you become immune to unnecessary criticism and remain focused on your own growth. A practical way to build this mindset is to ask yourself, am I doing this because it aligns with my values or because I want approval? Over time, shifting your focus from external validation to internal fulfillment will strengthen your sense of self. 5. Practicing patience. Patience is a quiet yet powerful form of strength. In today's fast-paced world, people expect immediate results and instant gratification. But real progress takes time, and true strength lies in the ability to wait without frustration. The Stoics emphasized patience as a virtue. They understood that life unfolds at its own pace, and resisting this reality only leads to suffering. When you cultivate patience, you develop endurance, the ability to persist through challenges without losing focus or composure. One way to practice patience is by shifting your perspective. When facing delays or setbacks, ask yourself, will this matter in the long run? More often than not, temporary obstacles are insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Recognizing this helps you stay calm and composed. Whether you're working towards a goal, dealing with difficult people, or waiting for change, patience allows you to remain steady. It teaches you that true strength is not in rushing, but in enduring. 6. Maintaining composure. Under pressure. Life will test you with unexpected difficulties. How you respond in these moments defines your strength. Some people panic or react impulsively, while others remain composed, thinking clearly even in chaos. The ability to stay calm under pressure is a hallmark of inner strength. It allows you to make rational decisions and lead with confidence. The Stoics practiced this by reminding themselves that external events are beyond their control. It's their response that matters. A practical technique to develop this skill is deep breathing. When faced with stress, take slow, controlled breaths to ground yourself. This simple action can prevent emotional reactions and help you respond with clarity. Another technique is mental rehearsal. Before an important event, visualize potential challenges and how you'll handle them calmly. By preparing in advance, you train your mind to stay steady when real challenges arise. No matter what life throws at you, maintaining composure ensures that you act with wisdom instead of impulse. Strength is not just about overcoming obstacles, it's about how gracefully you navigate them. 7. Choosing growth over comfort. Finally, the strongest individuals are those who prioritize growth over comfort. It's easy to settle into routine and avoid difficult challenges, but real strength comes from continuously seeking self-improvement. The Stoics believed that life's purpose is to develop virtue and wisdom. This means embracing learning, seeking new experiences, and being open to change. Growth often requires discomfort, but it leads to deeper fulfillment and resilience. To practice this, challenge yourself regularly. Whether it's learning a new skill, facing a fear, or stepping outside your usual habits, each small step strengthens you. Over time, you'll realize that true strength isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about embracing them as opportunities to grow. Strength is not about appearances or physical power, it's about resilience, discipline, and a mindset that refuses to be defeated. These 7 signs of inner strength, rooted in Stoic wisdom, can help you navigate life with greater clarity and confidence. If this message resonated with you, consider sharing it with someone who could use a reminder of their own quiet power. A small act like that can have a big impact. Now, it's time to ask yourself, how can I practice these lessons in my own life? Strength is built step by step, choice by choice. And with each moment of resilience, you become stronger than you ever thought possible. Let's embrace the journey together.